Titanfall 2 is my favorite movement shooter of all time. So what if we just take that shooter and, yeah, that looks better. Let's beat Titanfall 2 with only our abilities and grenades, because, you know, screw you. This is not a pacifist run. I'm done with that. If it's a button on the bottom left of our screen, we can use it. Enemies are not allowed to die by any other means. With that established, though, let's get into it. We play as a rifleman named Jack Cooper in an interstellar war between the good guys, the militia, that's us, and the bad guys. This is a war that the bad guys are in fact winning. Cooper has always looked up to these people called the pilots in this world, who sync up to titans and blast through the enemy lines in stylistic fashion. That plot point won't be important later, I'm sure. Anyway, we blast through the tutorial and get shot down into the middle of an active battlefield, luckily starting with grenades. So I threw those around, killing as many enemies as possible before getting jumped by a titan. Just as I was about to be killed, a friendly titan named BT shows up to save me, and I was immediately in love. Luckily for me, his former partner died saving us, and he's in a vulnerable place right now. So I steal his old partner's favorite hat before running off to get a battery for BT so he can heal from his injuries. Now this hat technically makes me a pilot now. See? Let's go, Cooper. Accomplishing your dreams. We make it back without incident, but remember how I said at the beginning of this level, luckily we start with grenades and then I threw them everywhere? Yeah, good luck putting a battery into BT while being shot at. That was kind of a mistake. I had to restart and save my grenades this time, but it wasn't a huge deal. After killing the enemies surrounding BT and placing the battery in, we go to retrieve the second one. Yeah, he needs two. Greedy dude. Once again, by turning invisible and platforming well, it really is not an issue getting past all the enemies. Though, once you return to put the second battery in, hack the specters protecting him instead of killing them to make your life much easier. Once we get BT though, this is where the run really gets fun. His rockets are a great way of killing people for now, and are, in fact, an ability. So we're set. BT and I progress towards a rendezvous point before tragically getting split up in an enemy facility. This is bad because BT is our saving grace in this run. Without him, we are basically useless. Though, for the most part, we progress without incident. I said we mostly progress without incident until two major parts of the level. The first of which is a battle against a large group of enemies that are a struggle to take down. The strat here is to find your fallen comrades' fire stars, group the robots up, and then let the fire stars let them fly. Let the fire stars fly. And after enough tries, you'll kill them all. Moving on to the second major part, I call the Sludge Falls. It's an arena where we have to survive hordes of exploding balls for an extended period of time. And this is difficult when you can do nothing to destroy them. Still though, the strat is, run around, evade, take enemies out when you can with nades you find, you know the drill. Next up though, was a boss fight against a dude called Kane, but it was genuinely easy. You spam abilities till you can charge up your core twice and brutalize him. As we move deeper through the facility, our sweet love, BT, gets taken from us yet again. The level moves smoothly though, as we chase him through flying platforms, no kills are required. Up until what I passionately call the Dome. The Dome is yet again another massive arena fight / survival area, but this time it's worse, as I actually need to kill the enemies, not just survive. The strats here are to 1. Turn invisible and convert as many specters as possible, so then they'll shoot each other. And 2, steal grenades from the supply boxes inside the surrounding houses and throw them at big dudes who deserve it, or any other enemy you can't hack and convert to your side. Once I escape the Dome, I run straight to BT and start the boss fight against another bad dude named Ash. Ash, once again, useless. You spam abilities. That's all you really do anyways. I have a Discord. The link is in the description. Go check that out. We escape from the facility and make it to where the rendezvous point is, only to find out that nobody's there and we're at an abandoned enemy facility. The thing is, here, time and space is all funky. We're warping left and right before finding a device that lets us control it. After parkouring through time and space, we come to find out that this facility was testing something called the Fold Weapon. The Fold Weapon is a planet destroyer that the bad guys are planning to destroy our home base with. It's fueled by something called the Ark. We travel back in time to go scan the Ark, which was being held at this facility. Upon nearing it, it explodes, freezes time, which coincidentally gives us the perfect opportunity to go up and scan it. Opportunity? Why do you say it like that? We need to get this data to the fleet so we can stop them. BT and I headed towards a beacon so that we could use it to shoot the data up to the militia. So we defeat the enemies surrounding its control room and ask our comrades how to activate it. They tell us it's broken and they need a special tool to fix it. So I go get the tool. Simple. After retrieving the tool and fixing up the machine, we learn that the beacon is more broke. I have to go fix it again, but this time from up on top of the beacon. I had no idea how to get up there, but BT had an idea.
Trust me.
With an awesome BT toss, I make my way up to get the piece I need and put it where the piece go, before making it back down to ground control. We send the message to the militia, and they send a team down to come hang out and figure some stuff out. When the commander shows up, she tries to steal my BT from me again, but he fights for our love. So the commander says, okay, we can stay paired, we can stay partnered. The commander tells us that we need to prepare for and get to the ship they're delivering the Ark in before it can take off. So we do just that. Unfortunately though, BT has really stubby legs and we don't make it in time. So all the lives wasted to get there were worth nothing. Anyway, we chase in our own ship now through the air because if we let that ship get away, our whole home planet and everyone on it explodes. So BT hucks me onto one of the bad guys' gunner ships and I need to take down all the enemies on it. My play here was to activate and convert as many stalkers as possible and let them, plus my pilot teammates, take down all the enemies for me. As we exit onto the top of the ship after taking control of it, we are attacked by an enemy Titan. This time, he can fly. It's still an easy boss fight though. Just shoot him with the ion laser and it's kind of a joke. Still fun though. Make sure you save a fire star or two to hit him with once his hatch opens. Fortunately for us, during the boss fight, we got launched onto the ship the Ark is stored in. So we head down inside and in a last-ditch effort, shove the Ark inside of BT's chassis while the whole ship comes down. After the crash, we get taken captive by the bad guys while they try to pry the Ark out of BT. He saves my life by giving it up, but they kill BT anyway. To remember him, I took his brain and escaped the cell, having a moment of silence for my lost love. Just kidding, here's a new body. I just put his brain inside of it and we get BT back. So we push past enemy lines and barely make it to the fold weapon control room. One last boss battle against the bad guy's second in command takes place, where we easily dispatch her making use of our laser core. We fail to stop the charging of the fold weapon though. We didn't defeat her in time. In another last-ditch effort, we load ourselves into the launch bay and shoot ourselves into the arc-powered core of the weapon. But just before we are annihilated, BT pulls me out of his cockpit and throws me to safety, detonating in the center and destroying the weapon. The day is saved, yet there is a hole in my heart. This challenge was super fun. Not the most difficult, for sure, but definitely one of my favorites that I've ever done. I recommend you trying a playthrough of this 100%. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I'll catch you in the next one.